My boyfriend gave me a curfew, then everything fell apart overnight. My name is Rachel. I was 23 when all this happened, and sometimes it feels like the whole thing happened to someone else. But even now, in this new place, a memory or a dream can bring it all back. The tension, the confusion, the fear. I guess I want to write it down, to make sense of it for myself. Maybe if you're listening, you'll find something that resonates or helps you see danger sooner than I did. I grew up in a small town, the kind where you recognize every car that passes your house. My parents are solid, practical people. My mom, a nurse. My dad, a high school history teacher. We were never flashy, but we were close. After college, I moved back home to figure out my next steps. That's when Adam came back into my life. I met Adam when I was 19 during my sophomore year. He was a senior studying engineering, 2 years older, with this dry sense of humor I couldn't resist. Adam was quiet. A little awkward at first, but he opened up with me. We started dating, and before long, I was picturing a future together. After 4 years of dating, Adam and I moved in together, renting the basement apartment of his parents' duplex. It wasn't glamorous, but it was ours. I bought curtains, hung pictures, tried to make it feel like a real home. We split chores and groceries. He worked at a tech firm, I was at a marketing agency. Life was predictable, comfortable. We had our routines. Sunday mornings were for pancakes. Wednesday nights, we'd binge whatever show we were obsessed with. We even talked about saving up for a real house. I thought I knew us. But now, looking back, there were little things. Adam could be standoffish, sometimes moody, but he never raised his voice. He didn't drink or party. I like that about him. I'm more social. My group chat with Allison and the others never stops buzzing. I loved going out, and Adam seemed fine with it. Or so I thought.
You know, girl, you could convince Adam to come out sometime. He owes us at least one karaoke night.
I've tried. He'd rather stay home watching YouTube or building little robots. That's just who he is. It was Halloween weekend. Allison was hosting a potluck. Costumes required. Adam begged off again. It never bothered me until that night. He approached me and said,
Hey, do you have a minute?
Yeah?
So, when are you planning to be home tonight?
I don't know. Midnight, maybe later. Depends on how things go.
I don't like you being out that late.
It's Halloween, Adam. I'll be with a bunch of people. I'll text you if I'm out past 1.
I just think it's not appropriate for you to be out that late, especially without me. Nothing good happens after midnight.
What are you talking about?
I mean it. I think you should be home by 11, maybe midnight, if you're really having fun. But nothing later.
You're giving me a curfew?
Yeah, I have standards, Rachel. If you want to live with me, you have to respect them. I don't want my girlfriend out at all hours, acting single.
Adam, I'm not acting single. I just want to go out with my friends. You know where I am. You know who I'm with. I don't understand where this is coming from.
My standards aren't crazy. If you don't like them, maybe you shouldn't live here.
This is ridiculous. You've never said anything like this before.
Well, now I am. And since you're arguing, maybe I should say you need to be home by 10.
You're trying to punish me for not agreeing with you.
I'm not punishing you. I just told you my standards.
I can't do this. I'm not going to live with someone who tries to control me like this.
Your choice.
I left without looking back. I didn't know what would come next, but something in me knew I couldn't stay. I drove straight to my parents' house, barely able to see through my tears. The streets felt emptier than ever, every shadow stretching long and cold.
Rachel, honey, are you all right?
Mom, can I stay here tonight?
Of course you can stay. You're home, sweetheart. Do you want some tea?
Adam acted like a stranger, Mom, like I was doing something wrong just for wanting to go out.
He's never treated you like that before, has he?
No, not ever. I don't know what happened. I tried to sleep, but every time I closed my eyes, I saw Adam's face. Cold, unmoving. I kept replaying the argument, searching for the moment it all unraveled. The next morning in the kitchen, I was speaking to my mom. She said,
You don't have to talk about it yet, but whenever you're ready, we're here.
I keep waiting for him to call and apologize, but there's nothing, just silence.
Maybe that's for the best, Rach. Maybe you need some distance.
I asked Allison to meet up. I really needed a shoulder to cry on, and she had always been there for me.
You sure you're okay? You can stay here if you want. You know that, right?
Thanks, Allie. I never thought Adam would act this way. Everyone always said he was the safe, steady one.
Sometimes the quiet ones can surprise you, for better or worse. Don't blame yourself.
My friends all had opinions. Some said he was just anxious. Some said I should give him space. Others warned me that this was a major red flag. It felt like I was drowning in advice I couldn't use. I was in the kitchen not knowing what to do, but I couldn't wait around for Adam to change his mind. I needed to get my things and move on. I asked my parents to help me get my things.
We'll help you, sweetheart, but maybe don't tell Adam you're coming, just to be safe.
We'll get what's yours and be out quick. Just stay close, Rach.
My heart hammered as we drove over. I kept imagining Adam storming out, smashing my things, or worse. When we got to the apartment, my things were everywhere. Pans mixed with books, clothes spilling from boxes. It looked like they'd been thrown, not packed. Adam's car was in the garage, but he didn't come out.
Let's move fast. Don't worry about folding, just get everything in.
I could feel Adam watching us even though I couldn't see him. Every sound made me jump. Adam suddenly appeared in the garage doorway, unshaven, eyes wild, wearing a faded hoodie and sweatpants.
You need to get off my property.
Rachel needs her things, Adam.
Take what you want. Just leave.
Mom approached Adam, her voice calm but eyes scanning Adam.
Adam, is it all right if I go inside to get Rachel's medication and her glasses?
Fine. Just be quick.
When Mom returned, she looked pale and tense. She pulled me aside and said,
There's a rifle on the kitchen counter, set up. We need to leave, now.
My whole body went numb. We shoved what we could into the truck and bolted, the rest of my things forgotten. Once inside the car, Mom started driving away. Dad said,
I'm calling the police.
All I could think was, what if we'd waited? What if we hadn't checked? The fear stuck to me like glue. Hours later, Adam texted me, let's work things out. I felt sick. I told my mom and dad, and we waited for the police to call back. It didn't feel real. None of it did. I kept thinking Adam would snap out of it, that he'd realize what he'd done. But as the hours dragged by, all I felt was emptiness and fear. Every small noise outside made my heart race. I couldn't shake the feeling that he was out there, watching, waiting for another chance. We barely slept that night. Every time the floor creaked or a car drove by, I jolted awake, convinced Adam was outside. I hadn't heard from him all night. No apology, no explanation, just silence.
You did the right thing leaving, Rach. I know it feels raw, but you're safe here.
We'll get the rest of your things, one way or another. Don't go back alone.
The next day, Adam finally texted,
I didn't know you were breaking up with me. I was waiting for you to reach out. Can we talk?
I didn't respond. I asked Allison to meet up. I needed to tell her everything, then he called.
Are you going to answer him at all?
I stared at my phone forever. I kept thinking about Mom's face in the garage, about the gun. I finally texted Adam, you threatened my family. I can't forgive that. He replied with a flood of messages, apologies, half jokes, nagging questions about my curfew, and then a weird threat. Just get your ass over here and talk or I'll put a scorpion in your bed. I texted back, if you show up anywhere I am, I'll call the police. He showed up at my dad's house anyway. He texted, here. I didn't go outside. My dad called me from the other room, voice shaking. Adam eventually left, but I slept with one eye open.
Maybe you should go to the police, Rach, just to be safe.
I kept hesitating. I didn't want to make things worse, but every message from Adam felt less like love and more like control.
When can we talk, Rachel? I just want to understand what happened.
I texted back, if you contact me again, I'll file for a restraining order. That was the moment I knew I couldn't stay, not just in my parents' house, but in this town. I started looking for jobs in other states, craving distance from everything Adam touched. I opened up to Allison about Adam's actions and, more importantly, about the choice I'd made.
I'm proud of you for setting boundaries, Rachel. It's not easy, especially with someone you loved.
Thanks, Allie. I just wish I'd seen it sooner. I keep wondering if I could have fixed things by being more patient. Back at my parents' house, we were at the living room.
This isn't your fault, Rachel. You did what you had to do.
We just want you to feel safe again, honey. That's all that matters.
I don't know if I'll ever feel truly safe, but I'm gonna try. Sleep didn't come easy. Even with my family close, every little noise made my heart jump. But for the first time, I made a plan for what came next. I didn't know exactly where I was going, just that I had to keep moving forward. I was done waiting for Adam or fear to decide for me. I moved 6 hours away with my dog and what was left of my things. The first week, every night felt like a test. I'd double-check locks, keep my phone by my bed, and freeze if I heard footsteps in the hallway. It took weeks before I could walk my dog without scanning every car, every stranger's face. Sometimes I'd spot a shape, someone tall in a hoodie, and my stomach would twist even though I knew Adam was far away. I started therapy. My therapist helped me see that Adam's behavior wasn't my fault. I hadn't provoked anything by wanting friends or a life outside us. She reminded me that fear isn't weakness, it's a warning. Even now, if I get a call from an unknown number or see a car like his, my pulse spikes. I blocked Adam's number months ago, but the fear doesn't always listen to logic. Slowly, things got easier. I found a new job, new routines. I made friends, careful, kind ones my parents would call, their voices hopeful, and I'd tell them about the coffee shop I liked or the park where my dog could run.
We're so proud of you, honey. I wish we could visit soon.
I know, Mom. I'm okay. Really, it's better here. I started to trust the world again, little by little. My friends here never met Adam. They just know me as Rachel. That's a relief I didn't know I needed. Adam's parents reached out once apologizing for everything. I appreciated it, but I told them I wanted no more contact. I needed a clean break for everyone's sake. Some nights I still replay everything, wonder if I missed signs or if I could have fixed things by being more patient, more understanding. But then I remember how Adam looked at me that last day, how he clung to his standards like a weapon. I know now that real love isn't about control. It's about trust, letting the person you love be themselves. I'm not sure I'll ever trust someone the way I trusted Adam, but I hope someday I'll meet someone who deserves it. Until then, I'm learning to trust myself again, and for now, that's enough. Was I right to pack my bags, or did I overreact? Share your honest thoughts below.